afternoon, Sports Wars, Geeks and Gamers community. Pat here, aka the Mayor. And I just want to hit you guys with some breaking news. As of about 15 minutes ago, the Green Bay Packers have fired head coach Mike McCarthy. Joe Philbin has been named the interim head coach. He is their offensive coordinator. And yeah, the long and obviously imminent divorce between Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy has finally come to fruition. The Green Bay Packers lost today to the Arizona Cardinals. They stand currently at 4-7-1, and that victory by the Cardinals of all teams pretty much slammed the door shut on any aspirations of scratching and clawing to a wild card spot. The Carolina Panthers lost today, and the Seattle Seahawks are currently blowing out the 49ers, so they are putting themselves in a very good position for that NFC wildcard spot. But even if that weren't the case, the Packers weren't going to make it. I personally am and have been a fan of Rodgers for quite a while. I'm not one of these people who claims that he's the this and the that and all that hyperbolic media bullshit. I just think the guy's really talented. I'm not saying he's a nice guy. I'm not saying he's the best leader, blah, 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 whatever, all the usual talking points. I'm not really into all that. I just think the guy can throw the ball really damn well. That's about it. But in recent years, the cohesion with the rest of the team has been pretty bad. And this year in particular, like, he's played like trash. He's been awful. The regression has been very significant. And a lot of the usual factors, reasons, excuses, however you want to characterize it, haven't really been that present this year. The O-line hasn't played bad. The defense isn't as bad as it seems. If you actually pull up some of the stats in their rankings with regard to QB pressures and sacks, they're not terrible. Myself and my right-hand man, Roy, we've talked a lot about how the Green Bay Packers' conservative approach, how they don't play the free agency game, perpetually holds them back from a roster standpoint, particularly in a conference like the NFC that has historically had all of these super dynamic, super loaded, just high-powered rosters that the Packers have to compete with. You know, they haven't been able to be as explosive as the Atlantas and the Carolinas and the Minnesotas and the Phillies and, you know, any of the top-tier teams in the NFC. They just don't have the personnel and the manpower to keep up. But all that aside, it doesn't change the fact that Aaron Rodgers has legitimately regressed this year, and whether or not that could be contributed exclusively to Mike McCarthy or to the coaching staff as a whole, whoever you want to hold accountable, shit just wasn't getting done. And now they're not even going to be able to bully the rest of the conference, or excuse me, the rest of the division like they normally do, because the Vikings are who they are. The Bears are currently leading the division, have a very, very bright future. And Detroit, despite having a shitty coach in Matt Patricia, they got some talented players. They got enough players to show some heart in key moments, like they did in that game against Green Bay a couple weeks ago. So this future in Green Bay is murky. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, if I'm planning on staying, I'm thinking about adjusting that contract to get some help around me, because him ad-libbing and doing his own thing and kind of just making shit happen on the fly, it's not sustainable and it's not going to get it done. But yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap things up from here. Just want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on. Mike McCarthy, now former Green Bay Packers head coach, he has been let go. Joe Philbin is the interim coach, and Green Bay is going to have a very, very interesting offseason. That's all I got. I'll catch you guys later.